chaos. Hello and good morning, friends and family. Welcome back to the channel. It is a Saturday morning. We are at home getting things done. We just came off of a camping trip, then we had a big birthday party, and me and the boys are headed off on another camping trip next week for 5 days back to Seward with my sister and my parents. Can we take a second and just talk about how gorgeous these flowers have gotten out here? I bought them from Costco and they were all just green leaves, so I wasn't sure what I was getting, but they've all popped and are so beautiful. This one is gigantic. Anyways, so I'm going to take you inside. We are going to work on making some breakfast burritos. Bennett's helping me because sometimes it's nice to have things prepped ahead of time for camping. This is one of our favorite things. We love this even when we're not camping. We keep them in the freezer. We pull them out a bag at a time and then we warm them up in the microwave and then grill them or put them in a frying pan. They're so yummy. So we'll show you that. Mark is out taking care of the beehives. It is a special time for the beehives right now, so he will tell you what he's doing out there. Then we'll continue to bring you along as we get ready for our camping trip. All right, so Bennett is cooking. Okay, hold on, we gotta show him. Bennett's cooking this entire Jimmy Dean sausage that we bought at Costco the other day. You see that in our Costco video. I just washed all these eggs. Aren't they so beautiful? In preparation of making eggs. Bennett's gonna start cracking those into the bowl. We've got hash browns here my mom donated to the cause. We're soaking them so that we can cook them in the grease after the sausage is done. Alright, after each ingredient is done, we put it into this giant 13-quart pan and we mix it all together. We used to layer the burritos, but then we would sometimes run out of hash browns or we'd run out of eggs. So now we mix it all together before we put it into the burritos, and then we add a little cheese and they're perfect.
Can you eat hash browns raw?
No, it's potato.
One thing that Hunter requested was that we make sure that the eggs are broken up into smaller chunks. So I'm doing a lot of mixing right now, and I'm actually using my Danish dough hook, which I use for like sourdough bread, making my dough, but it works really well at breaking up all the stuff and making sure it's evenly distributed. I always try and make these burritos around when everybody's hungry because then we can use it as a meal right away and then again in the future. So this is 1/4 of a sheet of parchment paper. Sometimes I just like to put that in between the layers so they don't stick together.
You just need 1 scoop of that. Oh, okay. All right, now you need some cheese.
1, 2.
Okay.
I want cheese.
Okay, you don't have to have cheese.
All right, we've got 40 burritos packed up. Got a couple over there that they're gonna take on a little camping trip, hiking trip. The biggest mess is where the boys came to eat. Where I made the stuff, it actually stays quite clean. Just have a little bit left over, which means I could have filled them a little bit more, but I'll just save this and eat it. I'm just having some right now without a tortilla. This will be good for breakfast.
All right, so we have 2 beehives. We've been doing bees for about 5 or 6 years, and right now we're nearing what they call the peak of the nectar flow, when the bees are the most productive and the hive's built up a bunch. And so to get ready for to harvesting our honey, we need to put the queen in a cage so she stops laying eggs in there, or we can kill the queen. So we're gonna go look at the hive and see what's going on, try and trap these queens. Might end up just killing them and getting ready for the honey harvest in a couple weeks. So about 3 weeks out, we'll be able to harvest the honey.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Need some help getting up?
Whew, that was scary.
Okay, let me get my boots on. We need to get our hive tool.
Wait, is it open on the side?
No, it's not open. Okay, we got our hive tool here to open it up. Got some queen cages. Here's a queen cage. Here's another queen cage. Okay. We might need to get a little pliers. Hunter, here's these queen cages. You want to hold those? You want to hold the hive tool?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Got my gloves. Our kit. Here we go.
A couple inches shorter than I think.
I'm sorry, Hunter. We need to get a better size one. I bought that a couple years ago when you were much smaller. Okay, here we're coming up to the hives here. We've got 2 hives here. One is bigger. This one is doing better, so we added a box on the top to collect honey. This one, unfortunately, the queen died a couple weeks ago, and so we were trying to get a new queen grown, and they weren't doing quite as well. So we have these strapped down. We've had some bears this year coming messing, so we have them these strapped down with straps to keep them.
Oh, Dad, look at that.
So like right here, that was damaged from a bee. Oh my goodness.
Oopsie.
That top, no, that's fine. The top, this
Whoa,
top,
that's a lot of bees.
yep, the top lid here normally shouldn't be, it's attached, so there we go. Okay, so this is the hive where the queen had died somehow. Sometimes it just happens. And so they had made a bunch of queen cells, and we're gonna check to see if we can find a queen, and then also just to see how the hive's doing, getting ready for the nectar flow to build up for the honey.
Oh, it's kind of heavy with bees.
These bees are really mellow right now. I'm looking also to see if there's any eggs. I haven't seen any eggs
Really?
laid yet. Those are old ones that are still growing. A little bit of fresh honey here. So we found some queen cells in here. We haven't found the queen yet. The trick is there's probably a queen that was just emerged, and I don't know if she's gone out for what they call her mating flights yet and come back. So there's no eggs yet, so there's not a fertile queen in there. So we're still looking on this hive to see what we can find. Right now, Hunter's using the tool here to kind of crack the, they call it cracking open these frames. The bees work, and they have this thing called propolis that they glue the hive together. And so you have to use that tool to kind of pry things apart when you're looking at it.
Oh, you can't grab this. Oh, this one looks bigger. It's just Drown.
Okay, I've caught the queen right here. We're gonna stick her down in here. She's not very happy about that. Does not want to go. Uh-oh, I don't want to kill her. She's not very happy. I need to get something. So that's a queen. I gotta get something to cap the end of this. So we'll stick this queen back in the hive so the bees can smell her. It's really important for the bees to have those pheromones of the queen and to smell that queen. And then they have this little frame or wicker, whatever this like mesh thing. The other bees will continue to feed her. So she'll be healthy and okay in there, just kind of angry and caged up. But this will help stimulate the bees to produce quite a bit more honey and not have any of the eggs in it when we're trying to extract it. Okay, now that we found this queen, we got her caged, and I gotta put it back in the hive. And this hive here, it's interesting. You have 2 hives right next to each other. This hive has a ton of honey, way more bees, just really, really strong. The other one, they lost their queen, and they're just not doing nearly as well, hardly any honey. So we'll see how much honey I even get from that hive. It's interesting to be able to see that, and pretty much same location, not very many other variables other than that other one lost their queen and just really kind of truncated their growth. So okay, putting the inner cover back on. I got this lid, and then we just got to strap it down to make sure that we keep it safe from the bears. We just need these bears and bees to work together for another about 3 weeks, and then we'll get our honey harvest. About the beginning, first week of August is when it's peak, because if you wait any longer than that, the flowers start tapering down and you don't get as much honey, and the bees start eating the honey. So the max amount of honey is early August up here in Alaska. All right, well, that was our hive check for the early part of July. We'll check back next week, make sure everything's okay, and then check back each week for a couple weeks. In early August, hopefully we'll have a good harvest of honey. In good years, we can get 6 to 7 gallons for 2 hives, and not as good years, we'll get maybe 2 or 3, but still, it's awesome, and it's natural, and it's great to do. So
I usually do most of the packing for trips, but I'm kind of tired of it. So today we're gonna do a little folding party. We got all this laundry to get out, and we got to repack our bags. So we're gonna do it all together, because pretty much everything that got washed is going right back in the bag. So when we pack to go camping or flying in the airplane somewhere, we always pack in these duffel bags from REI. This is what they look like. They're all the same size. This one is the new version. These are the old versions, and I put everybody's name on them. And when you're not using them, they fold up really small into the pocket. These ones fold up into the pocket in the end, so they're really easy to store when we're not using them. But pretty much during the summer, we unload them and reload them. And then to keep things nice and organized inside, we use these Amazon packing cubes. We'll put their pants and shirts in one, medium-sized one for pajamas, and then we do a small one for underwear and socks. So each of them have a color that goes with their bag. It's pretty coordinated, so blue goes with blue. Hunter's bag is downstairs. The red ones go in Bennett's red bag. That's how we keep it organized. And Mark and I have the same duffel bag, just the bigger version. And then I'll usually pack each kid a towel, because they end up in water no matter where we go. And then on top of that, we pack rain suits and hats, and sometimes even gloves. All right, it's a crazy Saturday night around here. No, it's not really. It's Mark took the 3 older boys on a hike overnight camping trip. They'll come back early tomorrow morning in time to go to church. And if you want to see their adventures, make sure you go check out the Alaska Boys channel. That's where the hunting, fishing, camping with dad stuff is for our family. So go check that out. Everett, our youngest, stayed home with me. And he got into everything because he didn't have anybody to play with. So I was wondering what I was going to do with all the balloons from their party. He took care of that. He popped them all. But he had a really good time doing it. I'm just going to consider that one of his birthday presents, that he got to pop all his balloons. And it's kind of funny because, you know, we did a Nerf party. And I really don't love Nerf guns. I think there's a time and a place for them. I think they're really fun to play with when you have like a game or something happening, but I don't like having them out all the time, because after about 2 days, I can't stand the bullets being everywhere and hearing my kids like this all day long. Let's see if I can do it. They'll just sit, and without even shooting, they'll just be like all day long. So now that Everett's asleep and the other boys are gone, I'm going to go around the house, collect all the bullets. I have to return a bunch of bullets to my sister. She let us borrow a bunch for the party. And I'm going to pack up the Nerf guns for a little while because Mama needs a break. Because let me just show you. Let me show you what we've got going on. And this is after we've continually picked them up the last 2 days. We've picked them up, they've gotten them back out, especially Everett. He just has been taking them everywhere with him in this bucket and dumping them. So let's go on a Nerf bullet hunt. Start right at my feet. Look at this. Oh yes. Like I said, this room, a lot of this is confetti out of the balloons that he had, so we'll clean that up. I set a timer. I'm giving myself 35 minutes to get as much cleaned up as possible, and then I gotta get some other stuff done. So let's go. All right, we used to have like 3 Nerf guns, and this is what it morphed into over the weekend. All right, so much better. Let's move on to the next room. Okay, let's take care of this chaos. All right, it's so satisfying to have it cleaned up. All the toys are back in their bins where they need to be. Fill that in the reading book. Look how nice that looks. All put back together. I did leave his Legos out. All I did was throw away all the trash that was left and all the Nerf bullets that were mixed in, and now it's much more manageable now. Anyways. Oh, and yes, it is 10 o'clock at night and it still looks like that outside. I'm telling you guys, you lose track of time here in the summer. Want to say hi, Luna? Hi. Kitty. Hi, sweetie pie. All right. All right, I have one more place where I know there are 10 of Nerf bullets upstairs. Everett has been using it as a base for like ambushes. Not really, but you know, he likes to pretend that we're all zombies and he's gonna shoot us. Anyways, I'm gonna go clean those up and then I'm gonna clean up the garage and I will be done. I'm sweating. Here is his hiding spot in the kitchen, under the counter. And then these are all the ones I picked up as I was cleaning up the room up here. All right, let's go finish the garage. This has been fun to bring you guys along. It's kept me motivated to move through the rooms quickly. And I think the garage is the last one. I already started it earlier, but Everett was in there with me. He was making a mess as fast as I could clean up. So we came in, watched our movie together, and then put him to bed. And that's why I'm able to get through this so quickly. Usually I would have the boys here to help me, you know, pick up toys and things. I would assign them each a room, but they're not here. And sometimes you just gotta do it yourself so it can be done fast and without anybody whining that they don't wanna help. So that's what we're doing tonight. On the way down, you guys have to, this guy keeps scaring me. You saw in our birthday video, Everett insisted on getting this Spider-Man balloon. The problem is, it's huge, and it keeps showing up in different spots that you don't expect. So you'll like come up the stairs and you'll think someone's there. It's been pretty hilarious. All right, not too bad in here. I just have to finish sweeping and get rid of these last couple balloons, and then put away the Nerf guns, and we'll be good. Let's do it. All right, it's back to a semi-organized garage. We're gonna take these guns. Put them in an unmarked bin for now, up on the shelf. And then we're gonna take these bullets, put them in the back of my car. All right, we did it. Thanks for helping me stay motivated to get it done. It feels so good to be done. Mark's gonna be so happy when he comes home to a clean house. I don't know if he'll expect it because it had gotten so messy the last 2 days. Anyways, thank you so much for coming along with us today. That was just a fun Saturday at home, getting ready for our next camping trip, cleaning the house up for Sunday. It's nice to start the Sabbath with a clean house and not have to worry about all that. So thank you for coming along, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye. Looks like I'm not the only one that's getting confused by this midnight sun. The chickens don't know when to go to bed anymore. Oh, here's another one. And I don't know why, but the rooster is hanging out right there. I've never seen him do that. Okay, let's go. Good girls. Good job. Okay, Mr. Rooster. Good night.